Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning. It is Coffee and time on ON Radio, Tuesday morning, January 9th. Thanks for joining us. My name's Joe Callahan. Linda Tebow is joining us. Hello there, Linda.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. And cold out there in North Smithfield this morning?
Yes, 19 degrees. 19 degrees this morning.
Lovely. All right, Ned Carew is here. Hi, Ed, from the Carew
Hello
Investment
there.
Group. And how cold was it out in your way?
It was 18, yeah.
No, it was okay. About the same all the way around.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for first message from the Carew Investment Group. What's going on over there, Ed?
Okay, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Integrity, trust, service. 3 words that sum up what you can expect from the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Established in 1987, we've been helping local investors to build wealth and guide them through their golden years of retirement using quality stocks of companies that you know, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We also use investment-grade bonds and low-cost exchange-traded funds. To find out more about our services and for a quality conservative approach to investing, give us a call. You can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Integrity, trust, and service. The Carew Investment Group. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Very good, Ed. And we asked Ed this morning because there's a multimedia broadcasting company filed bankruptcy either this morning or yesterday
Really?
morning. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Odyssey is their name, and their shares yesterday were selling at 20 cents.
Wow.
Gee, Ed, what are they now? And he said it doesn't really matter.
I never heard of them.
Wow.
I
Oh,
never-
okay.
Yeah.
They don't fit my criteria.
I guess not. They were mostly down south, and but they did come up, and I think they owned one of the sports stations in Boston. So there you go. So,
Odysseys
and they spell it Audacy. I think that's how they spell it. It's kind of like audacious, but it's
Wow.
but they pronounce it Odyssey. So there you
Wow.
go. So.
They don't know how to spell.
No, they don't. So, and I don't know if you heard this story, but Apple has got to be going right now. Well, a big phew. And hey, and how do we turn this to our advantage? Now, we all heard about what happened on Alaska Airlines, right?
Yes.
And how the fuselage door broke away,
Yep.
and some of the things got sucked out of the
Yeah, thank God no kids.
no kids
people.
and no people, but other things got sucked out of the airplane. Well, one of the things that got sucked out was an iPhone. All right, and it fell 16,000 feet, and it's perfectly fine. How about that?
How did they know that? Who found it?
A person found it. Yeah.
Really?
His name is they were in the state of Washington when they were flying. Sean Bates, his name. He posted on X over the weekend that he found the phone on the side of the road. It was still in airplane mode. How about that? And it was open to the baggage claim email from the airline, Alaska. He said he called the National Transportation Safety Board, which said it was the second phone from the plane to be found. This phone seems to be in good condition. And Bates says it's still pretty clean, no scratches, and it was sitting under a bush when he found it. So Apple's got to use this.
Of course.
It was like, remember Timex?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
takes a
it keeps
licking.
on ticking.
Keeps on ticking. Well, hey, you can drop our babies out of airplanes, and they're still going to work.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I guess it's lucky it didn't land on the screen. I think if it landed on the screen, it would have broke.
I don't know. Maybe it might have been in a case.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Did it have a protective case
Yeah.
around it?
Yeah. You know,
Most
you would,
do.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's hear it for the case too. That saved it. And
I can see a
but the
commercial.
screen's not cracked.
I
or
can
anything.
see a commercial coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. A good one, too, by the way.
It can. If think about this, next time you're looking for a phone, ours can survive a 16,000-foot fall and still work. So the price is going to go up now. All right, back here a little bit closer to home. We don't talk about this too much because I'm just not a real big fan. But the college football national championship was decided last night. Did you even know that?
No.
Did you know that, Ed?
Nope.
No, my husband would know that.
All right.
Dave would know that.
Is that Michigan?
Michigan and Ohio State. I think that's
It's
what
in
it
Michigan.
was. And Michigan won.
Of course.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
I know that much. Yeah.
Good for those guys, I
Yeah.
guess. So congratulations. It's just it's so weird. The rest of the country loves college football.
Yeah.
Just is enthralled by it, and but just here in the Northeast, it's just yeah. And we go, well, how's Boston College doing?
Yeah.
And if they're not doing okay, we say, oh, well, forget the whole thing.
Yeah.
There are exceptions, of course, but
Yeah. Well, I knew that like the UMass men's hockey team had a pretty good year. I think it was a couple of years ago, but it was hockey, not football. You know.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe we're hockey and basketball in this neck of the woods.
well, they always especially basketball is how are the Friars doing?
The Friars.
And how is
URI.
URI doing okay? And any
And actually,
out of
Bryant
Boston?
too, though.
Bryant made it to the
Bryant.
tournament last year as well.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
look to see how those guys
Yeah.
are doing. Hockey, once again, back to the Friars
Yeah.
and see how they're doing. And then
Yeah.
BU and Boston College. But
Yeah.
I don't know. College football is just not,
Yeah.
has just never taken off. And you look at Michigan, that stadium can seat 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And they fill it.
Yeah.
Gillette is 68,000.
Yeah.
Imagine 30,000 more people coming to watch a football game. It's just to
But
us,
I don't
it's
think.
mind blowing.
What division are? Do you even know that? What, like I don't mean
Michigan?
you know a lot. No. But do you know what division our colleges and universities are in for football?
I think it's Division One.
Is that the good one?
That's the good one.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
top one.
That's the top
So
one. Oh, well then why don't we hear about them?
because they don't do very well.
That's why maybe they
You only
don't
hear
belong
you-
in Division One. Maybe.
You just hear about URI
Yeah.
and they're sometimes you hear about Bryant and they usually have 500 seasons and it's
yeah.
like okay and they don't make playoffs so it's just
But on the
Right.
other hand, it seems like the high school football, they get a lot of press,
Yes.
a lot of TV time and everything. There seems to be a lot of interest in that. I
Yeah.
mean, they don't feel, I know it's not the same, but one would think if there was that interest in the high school teams, maybe,
Yeah.
it would translate into the colleges. I guess not.
I don't know but just not like that around here so
Yeah. Interesting.
All right. Okay. So Michigan won, so good for them.
Yeah.
And so it's Tuesday morning. It's January 9th, and Bill Belichick still has a job.
Well, he has a one-year contract.
He's still got 1 year left. He mentioned that yesterday a few times.
Several times.
Several
yes.
times.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still under contract, so and they still haven't released me from it.
No.
Well, not that they can release him from it. They can relieve him of his duties, but they still have to pay him.
Pay him, right. Yeah.
And I think football, pro football, is that the only sport where you can trade the coach? I've never heard of that in any other
I
sport.
never heard of that before either.
But
They-
they're talking
but
about
that's an
it now,
option.
They're
Yeah.
saying
We
it
can
now.
trade the
do-
coach.
Did they trade for
picks.
another coach, or did they trade for a player, or
They-
did
they-
or
well,
they
they-
trade for cash, or what?
They trade for draft picks.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
Or
it's
maybe
trading for
maybe players too. I don't think they
Yeah.
would trade coach for coach.
No, I don't think so.
No, but
I'd be surprised that a coach would have that clause in their contract that I
Yeah.
can be traded.
Yeah.
That-
I don't know
the
why
first time I
football
heard
allows
that
it.
was when it's so hard to hear him though. It's like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, huh? What'd
Yeah.
you just say? I heard 1 year contract. And it's still 1 year on the contract.
And so it's not like other places where they walked in and say, "Okay, you're done." But I understand he's going to have multiple meetings with Kraft. Okay,
Yeah.
today and tomorrow, and so yeah, he's still the GM of the team. And didn't they signed 7 players yesterday to extensions on their contracts?
Really?
No one you'd heard of.
Oh.
I'm like, all right, let me take a look. And I read all 7 names. I'm like, I haven't heard of any of these guys. So, but they're all coming back next year. So he's still doing his job.
His job. So, but Matthew Slater resigned, though. I mean, retired.
He
right?
didn't
Or
say.
he didn't say yet, because he's on the fence too.
Yeah.
When he was
Yeah, he
talking,
was on
yeah.
the fence last year.
Yeah, this year.
I think he's
again.
done.
I think so, too.
I
So,
think so.
I mean, his family was there. The mom and dad
Yeah.
were there. So it
And-
looks
and
like he's done.
Everybody was wearing his number on their
yeah,
sweatshirts.
including the coach.
Yeah.
So I think he's. That's not official. Maybe they're waiting to see what kind of announcement they make about the coach first,
Right. Yeah.
and then he'll make
Yeah.
his decision what he's made. Is it that the one that no that was David Andrews
That's
said
David Andrews.
said he was
Yes,
going down to
exactly.
Georgia and hang
Did
out
he
with
say that?
well that's where he's from, you know,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and hang out with his family and
Oh.
go fishing to determine what he wants to do.
Oh, okay.
Because there's just a lot of guys.
Because
towards
he's been there a
end of
long time too.
Yes,
Didn't the Devil go down to Georgia?
he did.
He did. I thought so.
He decided not to play for the Patriots.
Decided to play fiddle.
He played for the Fiddle. They're not a very good team, though.
I like that song.
All right. Things you're not supposed to do. All right.
Okay.
Story on the front page of today's call. A couple of guys decided they weren't doing anything terribly wrong. They were over at Holy Family Church, okay, on South Main, and I guess there's a statue outside of
There
the
is.
church
There is.
of an angel.
There is.
Well, they were deciding to be, let's say, artsy, okay, and we're going to have our picture taken with the angel. Okay, we still haven't done anything wrong yet.
No.
Okay,
Not yet.
until you break out the firearms.
Oh.
And now they're holding the firearms with the angel and themselves and taking pictures.
Ooh.
But you're on a main street,
Yeah.
and people are driving by saying, "Hey, guns!"
Guns. Right.
and they call the police,
Of course.
and they've been arrested. And now one's from Woonsocket, but the other guy is from Florence, Massachusetts. So Dave and I said, "Where's that?" We had to look it up, and then we asked Ed. Any idea where Florence, Mass is? No. Linda, we'll ask you.
No.
Any idea where Florence,
No.
Massachusetts is?
No. Where's Florence, Massachusetts?
I actually thought I thought it was just a made-up name or a typo, and they got it wrong. But no, there's a Florence, Massachusetts, and it's out near Northampton. So it's in the Berkshires, up
What is
near.
he doing here
What's he doing? Oh, I don't know.
with a gun? I know, with
So
a
it's,
gun. No.
it's right up there along the border with Vermont. So it's at least an hour and a half, if not 2 hours, away from here. So why is he here? I don't know. So
With a gun.
with guns, yes.
How old are they?
Kevin David Mackey, 38, of Florence, Massachusetts,
Okay.
and Joshua Joseph, 41. No
They're
kids
not
here.
teenagers.
Of 409 South Main Street. We're doing this, and so I got to get what they were arrested for. Charges of obstructing, disorderly conduct, and possession of an unlicensed firearm.
There you go.
This happened around 1 on Friday, January 6th. So when people see the guns and they call the police, and then they went over and they tried to I don't know if they tried to hide, but they went to the guy's apartment on South Main Street, but the police, came a knocking. And that's when they said, "Yeah, I have a gun and I don't have a license for it." So
Which one didn't have the license?
the one from Woonsocket didn't have the
Did the guy from Massachusetts have a gun too?
Yes. Well, it says Joseph, that's the one from Woonsocket, the man who allegedly displayed the weapon, openly admitted to the officers that he and his friend had been taking photographs of themselves in front of the statue, trying to be artistic. Joseph, the owner of the weapon, admitted that he did not have a license to carry it in public. A Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol. The firearm was later seized by police after Joseph went to retrieve it from a carrying case in the suspect's apartment. Mackey didn't want to talk to the police at first. He said he was afraid of them. They eventually did come out. He did refuse to divulge his identity, prompting the police to charge him with obstructing. That's where the obstruction comes from. Let's see. It doesn't say if the other guy had a gun, but maybe he was just holding it, or maybe he was the one taking pictures. It was the other guy that says, "Okay, it's my gun, but I don't have a license to carry it." Wow. Okay, art is art, and maybe you
What
want to
kind of
post
art
these.
is that?
Have you ever seen? I always said I was never a very good artist. In fact, I almost failed art in elementary school. But
couldn't
now,
draw a stick man.
That's right. Well, the stick man was higher than the house, and the art
How's
teacher's
that
like,
with
no,
proportion?"
no, you're doing it wrong. What do you mean you're doing it?
It's
Anyway,
out of proportion. Man.
but now, I've seen this as art. You get out a big like a big canvas or a big sheet,
Yeah.
like a single, like a twin bed
Yeah.
sheet, and you get a bunch of paint cans, and you get a basketball, and you dump the basketball in the paint, and then you dribble it for a while on the sheet, and you do that with a bunch of different paint, and there you go, art. Put it up in an art.
I bet you could do that.
I could do that,
I bet you could do that.
but things I never think of.
No.
And I said, there's art.
But you know the thing.
So what they're doing, guns and statues.
Well, yeah,
That's
but
the only thing I
guns
think of.
and a statue of an angel and a gun. They think they're, Michael the Archangel or something.
Maybe.
He didn't have a gun, though.
No, the angels don't.
They don't usually carry.
No.
They're not licensed to carry, but, so why?
Or they're going to share it amongst their friends and say, look at how
Look what
cool
we do,
I
how
am.
Cool I am. But these are not kids.
No, and maybe they've done it before and they've gotten away with it.
Yeah,
But this time it was in the middle of the afternoon and
Yeah.
they get spotted
I guess.
and they get arrested for this.
Yeah.
Doesn't say if they have a criminal record or anything like that.
Yeah.
So maybe they get a slap on the wrist
You
and don't do it
wonder
again.
if a few beverages, just kind of
Maybe
enhance that behavior.
say, hey, this is
or
a
a
good
little
idea.
something,
Doesn't say anything about that kind of charges either.
Yeah,
So
no,
I don't know.
yeah.
So that's what just took place on the front page of today's column. In case you're wondering where Florence, Massachusetts is, because we were,
Yeah, I know.
it's out in the Berkshires.
Wow.
So there you go.
Wow.
And it's time for a second message from the Carew Investment Group, and then we'll move on to other subjects.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Our telephone number is 765-8880. And if you're looking for an investment firm to put you first and works hard on your behalf, I'd like you to consider us. We're right here in Woonsocket, and we've been in business since 1987. So you don't have to go out of town for an experienced advisor or work with an advisor based in Boston or New York or who knows where, probably someone you're never going to meet. And we encourage our clients to come to the office and sit down with us as often as they like. Why? Because we like to do business the old-fashioned way. We want to get to know you on a more personal basis so that we're more attuned to your financial needs. So if you're interested in speaking with us for a free, no-obligation consultation and find out more about how we'll invest your money, you can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thanks. And more of the Coffee and program coming your way. You can call in your comments and questions at 766-1240.
Automobile construction and design continues to change, so it's important that auto body shops remain current and certified in aluminum repair and able to reproduce the entire color spectrum. Michaud's Auto Body is a certified Class A auto shop staying current with the new technology. The use of aluminum in construction has made vehicles lighter, and many of the new metallic paints require the tri-coat process. 3 layers to get the perfect match. Michaud's Auto Body, a second-generation family business. 430 Privilege Street, Woonsocket. 769-1983.
When you're thinking about a place to go out to eat with your family or the whole gang, or maybe something quieter for just the two of you, head over to ON Radio's website, woonsocketradio.com, and click on the restaurant guide. This gives you a listing of the best restaurants in the area. You can take a look at menus and possibly even make reservations. This is a great resource to see a bunch of restaurants all in one place. Remember, it's woonsocketradio.com and click on Restaurant Guide. And if you own a restaurant that's not already listed, call WOON Radio at 401-762-1240 for information on how your restaurant can be on the Restaurant Guide. Call Joe at 401-762-1240. The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON, AM, and FM.
All right, it is. Well, they come from Florence, that Northampton area, that
Florence?
very left wing.
Yeah.
Out that way. It's Coffee and on ON Radio. We're still talking about the 2 guys that were arrested. They were brandishing a gun. At least one was brandishing a gun while they were taking pictures of themselves in front of the statue at Holy Family Church on South Main Street last Friday. Saturday, I'm sorry, at 1 in the afternoon. So,
Wow.
oh well. Yeah,
Wonder what it symbolized,
You
huh?
just never know.
They're protesting, so.
Gee, I don't know about that. All right. And I feel bad now for the town of Lincoln, because they were all the municipalities were gearing up for the big snowstorm, and we got over the weekend. So they go out and they test everything. They make all right. Do the plow works? Do the plows
Yeah,
work? Do they
yeah.
go up and down? Okay, that works. Do we have enough salt and stuff to coat and sand to coat the roads? Okay, everything working fine. Is the spreader working? So they go through all of that. And so now over in Lincoln, and when they went to go start up a truck, it caught on fire.
I didn't hear that. Really?
Yeah, a tow
Oh,
truck,
no.
a town-owned snowplow,
Wow.
destroyed by fire. Channel 12 reported the case was believed to be it was a mechanical malfunction, and the driver did get out safely
Thank
when
God.
someone pointed or he realized my truck is on fire.
Holy
Now we're down one plow,
cow.
and these things aren't cheap.
No, they're not.
Now the town's
No,
gonna have to
they're
go
not.
out and maybe they replace it, but
Those things are all insured, though.
yeah.
All the equipment in towns
Yeah.
and the municipal.
Does that mean the rates go up?
Huh?
If you put in a claim for it, are the rates going to go up for the town?
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
But even though it's not driver error on this
Right,
one, it's a
maybe
mechanical
not,
issue
maybe
of
not.
the
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah, but I mean, all their equipment is insured.
Yeah.
Things like that.
They've been waiting 2 years to go plow,
I know. I know.
and here we go, and now I can't.
And whoever was that guy that had to die for that. Yeah.
But at least he didn't get hurt, so that's a
thank
good
goodness.
thing. So I got to find the story because I
It's
want to ask.
interesting, though. If they test that the plows go up and down, the vehicle has to be turned on. You
Well,
know?
yeah, but,
so maybe it was just something.
Maybe because of the combine of cold and
yeah,
whatever. So they
Wow.
said it was a mechanical issue. All right, there's a bill in Massachusetts, Linda. They want to, at our legislatures want to do this. They want to legalize fentanyl test strips. That's a big sigh from Linda. Now, the strips can accurately detect if any drug contains fentanyl, which supporters say would help prevent overdoses. Now, but right now, the strips are considered drug paraphernalia and they're against the law. And the bill to legalize was passed in the Senate last week
It was passed?
by the Senate.
Okay. it's
Go-
gotta
now it goes to the House.
Yeah,
And then it'll go to Maura Healey. She'll sign it. She'll sign it in.
she'll sign it. Yeah.
Have you heard about these fentanyl test strips?
No, I have not.
All right.
No, I have not. I have not. But I have no words. It just, it's pretty sad when you have to have test strips like that to see if there's fentanyl in the drug that you're going to take, but you shouldn't be taking anyways.
Right. Now, if the person has fentanyl in them, isn't it dangerous for you to be near them?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No. I mean, no. Well, let me go back a minute. If it's in a powder form, those people that are around it, anyways, are at risk. That's why a lot of you'll see the police, first responders wearing a mask or such, because if it's inhaled, it can cause you some trouble. But I didn't even know a strip like that
Existed?
existed.
Well, they do, and they are illegal.
But now they're not.
But now they might be
legal.
Now they might be legal.
I can see what they're trying to do to keep the people that are just getting the regular drugs that they're not supposed to take anyways, that they think is something else,
Yeah.
so that they don't have an overdose or have a problem with the fentanyl that's in there. But
All right. All righty. Now, also up in Massachusetts, this happened. We were hearing about these stories happening in a bunch of different towns. Thanksgiving, a little after Thanksgiving, early December, where the mail delivery people were getting robbed, but not robbed of their money. People were going up to them and trying to rob them of their keys.
oh,
So they could go and open up mailboxes, the public mailboxes. And you know why they're doing it?
why?
They're looking for checks,
Checks, yeah.
and so they'll sign them or what they'll ever do, and
Yeah.
they'll try to cash them or deposit
Right.
them. So now, in the town of Needham, Neenah police are urging town residents not to mail letters using the blue U.S. Postal Service mailboxes on the streets. Police say there have been multiple thefts of mail from boxes as suspects have stolen the keys to open them. Neenah police say people should bring their mail directly to the post office during business hours. A similar warning was issued in July after someone began removing mail seeking checks to alter and to cash them. And my wife always asks me, how come you always want to bring in the mail as soon as it arrives? Because
Right.
I never know
Yeah.
if for whatever reason there might be a check out there.
Right.
And I don't want anyone grabbing it.
That warning about not putting your checks in the mailboxes outside, that's been going on for a while because people were stealing. But I did not know, but now they're getting smart. The thieves are getting smart. Let's get the keys, and I
Keys,
can
then
don't
I can
have
just
to worry
open them.
about trying to open them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long is it going to take the post office to change the locks on the mailboxes?
Right.
Could be a while.
Yeah.
So I can get in as quickly as I can. So.
Yeah.
And when I hear stories like this, who remembers the comedian who has passed away? Gallagher used to hit the watermelon
Yeah.
with the sledgehammer.
Yes. Yes.
One of his jokes, and I've always remembered it. He goes, does it, the things that don't make sense. Why is there a mailbox outside the post office? You're already there,
Yeah. Right. It's true. Walk in.
Just
yeah,
go inside.
Go inside. Yeah.
and drop it off. There's no reason to have it outside.
Right. Exactly.
But that's what they're doing in Neenah. But it's good information anywhere.
Yeah.
Just be aware of using those public mailboxes.
Right.
Can I just add something to that?
Yeah.
If you're going to write checks and mail them, or if you're going to write checks at all,
Mm-hmm.
write them with a gel pen
Okay. Why?
because you can't change that. If you write it with a regular pen,
Like a ballpoint pen?
yeah, a regular ballpoint pen, there is a liquid that you can put it into that can erase the ink, but you can't erase it with a gel
With the gel.
pen.
That's good to know.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So that's what people are hoping, I guess, to find, so they can erase and turn that $1,000 into $10,000. We'll just add another zero,
Wow.
kind of thing. Wow. I didn't know that could be done. So, wow.
Right.
Okay.
Good to know, Ed.
That we mentioned this yesterday. The ferry that they were running
Yeah.
is coming to an end due to
Not enough people were using
low
it.
ridership.
Yeah,
So even though it was free, and we get it, but I don't know. I don't know how quickly it was. You could get from one place to the other, but they just say okay, a week from Friday.
Ferry that goes where?
It went from Bristol.
To Providence.
To
Yeah, Bristol
Providence.
To Providence, yeah. Yeah.
Gee, I just had it. Now I can't find it. Anyway, it was because of what was going on with 195 and the bridge down
Oh,
the red
yeah,
and
okay.
the closing of the bridge. To help people out, they decided to run this ferry service for free. But it had a lot of trouble getting up off the ground. And by the time it started, the bridge situation got a lot better. And the delays weren't what they were. They were down to minutes instead of hours. And so people just said, well, it's not really needed. And so...
Well, I think a lot of people didn't use it. Is the big.
well,
but
that's
have
it.
you-
That's
have
low
you seen-
ridership.
I mean, they still have terrible. It looks still like a parking lot many days.
On 195.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah, definitely.
I've avoided that whole area. Once that situation started, it's like nope.
Yeah.
Do I need to go in that general
No,
area of the
if
state?
you
I
don't
said
need to go there, don't go
I
there.
really don't have to. It's rare that I have to go to Seekonk
Yeah.
or Swansea,
Yeah.
so I stay away.
But even if you took the ferry to get to the other side,
Yeah.
right? Once you got there, you had to find another mode of transportation
No,
to get to
they were having free shuttles.
free shuttles to take you from
There were
From-
buses.
Yeah, buses to take them
to your place of work.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was costing a lot of money, oh, by the way.
I was
Lots
thinking
of
that.
money.
Yeah.
Lots of money. Yeah. Lots of money.
And they had to. And today, they're reducing the schedule. How many?
Well,
it
because of
was
the-
running every half hour.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But because of the pending storm
Yeah, it's only gonna
of the
do
wind
one.
and the rain, They went down to a real. The final departure from Providence is at 10:15 this morning. So, and the final ferry from Bristol is at 9:30. So,
Yeah.
they're expecting high winds. So, like, okay, and then they're just going to cancel it altogether. So, there was some good news. I read it yesterday out of Woonsocket. One of those deals where they finally turned in their winning lottery ticket, and we don't have a name yet, but a man from Woonsocket won $1 million.
Yeah.
One of those deals, Ed, where you buy the scratch ticket,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you scratched it off or whatever, but threw it into a desk drawer last July,
Wow.
and it's a winner. Of course, you have up to a year to claim.
I have up to a year. It's
Yeah,
a good thing.
and so now he's cleaning out the desk, and comes across the lottery ticket. Hey, let's see if this is a winner.
Yeah.
And it's $1 million. It's $1 million
$1 million.
Wow.
winner.
That's great.
Yeah.
And he said he was. Now they don't say. Maybe that's one of the laws in Rhode Island, because they didn't say who he was. Just
No.
he was from Woonsocket.
From
and that was it,
Woonsocket,
but no
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
But he says he plans to use it to help himself retire. So that's nice, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. No, but I was happy that it wasn't, if he had waited a year, it'd be gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he found it in the right time.
I think I double check every losing lottery ticket 10 times.
Really?
And then you show it to someone else. And is this absolutely a loss? And then the last one I got, this is actually a pretty good idea. There was a realtor in my town that sent out mailings. Do you want to sell your house? Kind of thing. And so, but it was a little package, and inside were 3 Lindt chocolates, pretty tasty, and 1 scratch lottery ticket.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, all right. And then there was a packaging around the box. If you're thinking of selling the house, give me a call. Here's her name. Here's her picture, like that. So I scratched off the ticket and didn't win, but then I had the second chance scratch off, and I
Yeah.
tried that, and I said, "Gee, that looks like a winner of like $10." I'm like, well, I'll bring it into one of the lottery places, one of the mass stores that sell them. Is this a winner? And they scanned it. No. See, it says no win right there. I said, yeah, but I was just double checking. So
you never know.
No.
Now you got the chocolate.
I did get the chocolate,
Yeah.
and it's good because when they scan it, there's a little screen that's in front of you that just says no winner.
No winner.
It's like, no. All right, well, maybe next time. I told that to my daughter, by the way, who just turned 18 rather recently. I said, you can buy your own lottery tickets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really? It's one of the only perks you get
Yeah.
for turning 18. You can't go to a casino and gamble,
Yeah.
but you can buy lottery tickets. And I was telling her to do it when the Powerball was up so high, because she didn't know what to do. I said, this is all you do. You go in with like $10 and say you want 5 quick picks on the Powerball. And that's all you got to say. And they'll know exactly what you mean. I said, they'll hit a few buttons. A ticket will pop up. They'll give you the ticket. You give them the $10. You walk out. It's really easy. She didn't do it.
No. Yeah.
No.
Well,
Or you just go and you can pick a scratch-off lottery ticket.
yeah.
I don't think they'll card you, but they might. But you're 18.
You can do it.
You can certainly do it.
There you go.
Because she told us one of her friends who also just turned 18 bought a lottery ticket, won $50.
Oh, see?
I said, you can do this too,
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. It is time to take a break here in the Coffee and program, and it's time for a look at the forecast being brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
The National Weather Service has posted a flood watch and a wind advisory for our area. Today, rain starts in the afternoon, possibly mixed with snow, mostly cloudy skies all day with a high of 37. Calm winds at first, but increasing in the afternoon. Chance of rain is 60%, little or no snow accumulation is expected. Tonight, the storm begins in earnest. Rain, possibly a thunderstorm, could be heavy at times. Temperature rising during the night to around 55 by 5 a.m. Windy, you bet, with wind gusts over 50 miles per hour. Extremely possible overnight. Once again, new rainfall amounts between 2 and 3 inches of rain possible overnight tonight. Wednesday's weather. Rain continues, mainly before 10 a.m. and then tapering off. Rain could be heavy at times in the morning. Cloudy skies gradually becoming mostly sunny late in the day, with a temperature falling to around 44 degrees by 5 p.m. Breezy with southeast-southwest winds gusting over 40 miles per hour to gale force. New precipitation amounts on Wednesday, another quarter to a half an inch is possible. Thursday, sunshine and 43. Friday, a 30% chance of rain in the afternoon. Mostly sunny at first, clouding up during the day, high of 43. Friday night, 100% chance of rain, mainly after 9 p.m. Rain could be heavy at times. Overnight low of 33 degrees and breezy with winds gusting to gale force over 40 miles per hour. Saturday, a 90% chance of more rain, mainly in the morning, high of 55, windy conditions with winds gusting over 45 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly sunny and 34, and Martin Luther King Day Monday, partly sunny with a high of 36.
Currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with cloudy skies, we have 25 degrees. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Hi, I'm Kathleen LaValle at The Honey Shop. Check out our Facebook page at The Honey Shop RI, and there you'll see a whole list of our new classes and lots of fun things to do. You could join us for making limoncello, pizzas, pasta making, cheese making, so many fun things to do and learn.
Thanks, Kathy. Folks, if you love food, you'll love the Honey Shop, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts at Park Square in Woonsocket. For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, two locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, it's ON Radio's Cruz and Bruce Palmer inviting you to join me for the Saturday Block Party. It's every Saturday from 4 until 7 p.m. when we fill the airwaves with the songs you want to hear. It's a party in every sense of the word, so join me live on 99.5 and 1240 a.m. or bring the show with you wherever you go at onworldwide.com.
It is Coffee and on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. And just want to mention something that's going on at the American Legion Post 85 here in Woonsocket at 870 River Street. They're having a coat giveaway this coming Saturday, January 13th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And they'll be giving away coats to anyone who needs one. No questions asked. They say they have various sizes for men, women, and children. And if you just need a coat, just come on by and you can have one. And Post 85 is proud to support the community. American Legion Post 85 coat giveaway Saturday, January 13th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. No questions asked. That's nice that they've been able to
They do a lot of good work. They do.
collect all the coats that
Yep.
they can give so many away. That's fantastic. All right. Other things going on in the news up in Peabody, Massachusetts. A man gets into a fight, or an argument, I should say, with his sister in Peabody, Mass., and he shoves her, and she was shoved down the front steps of a home, caused her to die. Fall the wrong way, you hit in your head.
Hit her head.
Yep. Now he's being held without bail. He allegedly was trying to shove his 54-year-old sister from the house early on New Year's morning. She apparently struck her head on the pavement, later died. The man is being charged with manslaughter and assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. Not good.
Not good.
Not good
Not
there.
good.
So, and all the bizarre stories are coming out of Massachusetts, Ed.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Something's in the water. But this is in Westford, Massachusetts. It looks like they were. A body was found in the cellar hole on the property in Westford 50 years ago. All right, so back to 1973, and they never were able to figure out who it was. So they just, okay, well, we'll bury the body. Okay, it's 50 years later, and they're going to exhume the body because the technology has gotten better in
Right,
50 years
like
to try to
DNA.
figure out
Yeah.
who he is
Yeah.
and how he died. Now, the partially burned body of a black man in his 20s, that's all they got. It was never identified, and nobody's ever been charged in the death. The body has been exhumed from Fairview Cemetery in Westford, likely in an effort to perform new DNA testing that was not available decades ago. The body was found in a cellar hole of an old barn of a remote property in 1973 by the prospective buyer of the land. Imagine that, doing the
Anybody-
walkthrough.
Yeah, well,
Hey, what's in that hole? There's a body there.
well,
Scary.
yeah.
So hey, maybe they can find out who it is, and then determine how it was, how the person died. It just reminds me of the time my wife and I we were looking for a house one time, and we went to some place in Norton, Massachusetts, and the house was fine, and we went on into the backyard, and they actually had an above ground pool. So it'd be nice to have a pool, but then I took a look over at the deck of the pool, and there was a dead cat on the deck.
Wow.
And I was first of all, I'm the only one that sees it right
Yeah.
away. And I asked the realtor, "Does the dead cat come with the house?" And she looked over, and she was so embarrassed
Wow.
that was there.
Wow.
Because we were trying to figure it out later. The cat had to be fished out of the pool.
Yeah.
Fell in, couldn't get out, drowned.
Yeah.
Someone at the house had to fish it out and put it on the deck, and then left it there.
And never got around to
And
doing
never
it.
got around to. We were figuring it was one of the kids, who maybe never told one of the adults that I got a dead cat fell in the pool. Well, no, a cat fell in the pool, or maybe a dead cat fell in. I don't know, but they just never told the adults that maybe they should take care of it. But that's the closest I've come to a body.
Wow.
We didn't buy that house, by the way, not because of the cat, but other reasons. But nobody always thought it was bizarre that the people that were still living there had a dead cat on their.
And they were still living there.
They were still living there.
Wow.
It was and it wasn't. Yeah, I guess the cover was off the pool, but I don't remember it being like summertime and terribly warm. But the cat, the cover must have been off the pool, so
Yeah.
the cat could get in somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Interesting.
they did eventually get rid of the cat. So someone went and buried it somewhere. It's like, "Ugh." So when you walk in property, look for things like
You
that.
don't know.
Look,
Right,
look,
exactly.
look for dead animals. Gasoline prices are dropping in Massachusetts, Ed.
Yes.
Have you noticed that?
I have.
So have I. I mean, down to some gas is down to $3.17. I've seen it as low as $2.87.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Have you
I've
seen
seen
any lower-
289.
All right, in some places, but at 60 cents lower than the regional peak in prices that was reached in September of last year. We're still about 10 cents higher than the national average, though, which is $3.07. Unless you find the 289. Do you have any reasons for this droppage in price, Ed?
About the biggest reason we can think of is, first of all, the U.S. is pumping at record levels.
Mm-hmm.
And second reason is that China is not, their economy stinks.
Still,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So,
so they're not buying.
they're not using anywhere near as much as they were before.
Okay. Is there a droppage in price in Rhode Island too? Is this a
Yeah, Rhode
nationwide
Island. I
thing?
saw
Oh,
I
okay.
saw $2.99 on my
Yeah.
way in here this
Yeah.
morning.
In Rhode Island.
In Rhode Island, in
Okay.
Woonsocket, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, the last time I put gas in, it was $2.99, but it was, I think that's Blackstone, or it could be
Yeah.
Millville over the bridge.
All right. Well, that's well, let's see if it just keeps going in that general direction. So I'm still waiting for $1.50, Ed.
I don't know. Don't think you're going to see that. You got a lot of gas, a lot of oil got to be put back into the strategic reserves.
Right, you're right. All right. Last week, it was Claudine Gay. She resigned as president at Harvard University.
Yes.
And so now, our favorite senator from Massachusetts, Elizabeth Warren, is weighing in on it, Ed.
Yeah,
What is
she
she
want the
saying?
job.
She does not want the job. Maybe she does. I didn't think of that. Nope. She says she respects Claudine Gay's decision to resign. All right. And now Gay stepped down last week over alleged plagiarism in her testimony before a congressional committee regarding campus anti-Semitism at Harvard. But Warren claims it's conservative activists have pressured Gay to resign. It's all their fault.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They turned the screws to her.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't believe that?
No.
No, okay.
I don't believe much of anything that.
Warren says?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Warren does say universities should follow their own policies when facing difficult decisions. That's a great statement.
Yeah.
Yes, they should.
Yes,
So,
they should. Yeah. But she's still there as a professor, though. She is.
Warren is.
Yeah, no.
Last I knew, she was still teaching there. Wasn't
No.
she? No? Oh, Gay is?
Yeah.
Was she
just stepped
teaching
da-
when she?
She stepped down because she was president.
Right.
But she is still an active professor, I believe. Yeah.
I didn't know she taught while still being the president at the same time.
Well, but she's still no. But the point, what I mean is, she's still a professor there.
Right.
Yeah, but not
But not the president.
not the president.
So she
but
stepped down as president, but
President,
now I
not-
can just go back to teaching.
I'll teach. Yeah.
I wonder why she would do that, though. If they don't want me here, if they maybe resign, I should go teach at another school. What does she teach, do you know?
Oh, I'm trying to remember what it was. Was it economics?
Creative
I'm not-
writing.
Creative writing? There you go. I'm not sure
How
what
to
it
pull
was.
from other sources
Yeah.
and say it's your own?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because of plagiarism, too, yeah.
I don't know if you heard this story yet, but once again, back to Massachusetts. Ready? Massachusetts is getting federal funding from the Environmental Protection Agency. You know what for?
No.
They want to buy 85 electric school buses.
Oh, goody.
All right. Under the Clean Bus Grant Program, did you know there was such a thing?
No.
The vehicles will serve the school districts in Boston, Fall River, New Bedford, and Worcester. Supporters of the program said the electric vehicles will replace polluting diesel buses to help reduce health risk and fight the climate crisis.
Yeah.
What happens when they catch on fire, Ed?
Yeah, exactly. With the
You let it burn.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, they got kids in the. But no, Providence has a couple.
Those are RIPTA buses, right?
No, oh,
These are
no,
school buses.
No. It was school buses.
Where Providence has electric school
two
buses?
school buses, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if they get in on this grant to help buy them.
Maybe.
So, but I worry about that because I've seen when the electric vehicles, if they catch on fire, the fire department just stands around and waits
Yeah.
and protects everything around it because you can't put the fire out. You just let it burn.
Yeah.
And how heavy is that vehicle going to be now, Ed?
Oh, I imagine it's going to be.
Imagine the battery
Yeah.
size for a bus
exactly.
as opposed to a
Right,
car.
Yeah.
Oh, it scratches your head. It's like, oh boy. Uh,
But maybe replacing some of the really old school buses that do pollute a lot. Maybe this is a step in the right direction. I don't know. I mean, some of those buses are probably very old.
20 years old, you think, or more?
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just not convinced on the electric vehicles as the solution.
Oh, I'm not convinced either.
All right.
But the EPA federal funding is not going to give you money to buy a new.
Well, diesel, no, or
Right.
gas powered.
Yeah.
You're right. So if you want a free bus, this is the kind we're going to give you.
Yeah.
So okay, and that's what we're working with. All right, break time once again here in the Coffee and program. We will take our final break, but more is coming your way. Please stick around.
Are you looking for solutions to meet your business banking needs? At Milford Federal, the longest standing community bank in the area, they offer customized solutions for commercial lending, cash management, online banking, and payment processing services. Their business banking team is committed to the growth and success of your business with local decision making and a relationship based approach. Let Milford Federal be your banking partner. Visit them at milfordfederal.com today. Milford Federal Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and MLS number 465956.
Join the St. Anne Cultural Center at Cello's in Woonsocket on Sunday, January 21st from 11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. for dine-in or takeout. Cello's will donate up to 20% of your check to the center. Everyone who participates will be entered into a free drawing for a $50 gift card to Cello's and other prizes. A certificate is needed and can be obtained at Beatles Flowers, The Honey Shop, A Cut Above Hair Salon, Vos True Value Hardware, Little General on Cumberland Street, or from the St. Anne Cultural Center website. Also, meet the 2024 Mardi Gras Queen contestants.
It is Coffee In here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan with Ed Carew and Linda Thibault and other things that are going on around the country. Did you see former President Barack Obama? He just won his second Emmy.
For what?
Well, I didn't even know he did this.
Yeah.
But he won for Outstanding Narrator for his Netflix documentary series, Working What We Do All Day. You'll be able to see it. The 4-part series hits the streaming service, it hit the streaming service last May. Okay, but Obama beat out Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman?
Yeah, how about that?
Wow.
Angela Bassett, Pedro Pascal, and Mahershala Ali.
Wow.
He won the Emmy for the same category, in the same category in 2022. So 2 years ago he won, and he won again this
Just
time
for being a
around.
narrator?
He's the narrator for a documentary series.
Can't believe he beat Morgan
Can't believe he
Freeman.
beat Morgan Freeman.
No,
That is
come
so hard to
on.
believe.
Come on.
So yeah, good for him, I guess. We missed it this morning, by the way. The moon. Wait, am I going to go in the right order? Mars, Venus. Nope, that's the wrong order. Mercury, the moon. No, wow. Mercury, Venus, the moon, Mars. We're in a line. They all aligned this morning.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, you had to look up before the sun
Time.
rose
Oh.
early. Yeah, and you needed binoculars. They said the planets will be out before sunrise and will be best seen in an area with low light pollution and without obstructions. So you had to look in the right direction too. But yep, those 4 celestial objects were in alignment.
Wow.
That's nice. Happens every once in a while. Got to be on top of these things. So there's there is a Tampa Bay Ray baseball player. He's a shortstop for those guys. He's in trouble. He's down in the Dominican Republic, but he's out of jail on bond. He's accused of having sex with a minor.
Hey. Hey.
Wander Franco. I don't know if that name sounds familiar to you. He put up $34,000 bond. He's got to check in every day with police, I guess. He's accused of a wrongful relationship with a 14-year-old girl and paying off the victim's mother. Ooh. Sorry, shortstop, not second baseman. He's been off the field since the team in Major League Baseball placed him on leave in August. So
Did that happen in the Dominican Republic?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard something about this happening in the last baseball season, but didn't pay too much attention to it. But now he is out on bail down there. So, hey, spring training's going to start soon. I wonder if he'll
Well, will they want
if he'll
him
even
back with
will
all
he even
that?
be on the team.
Yeah,
That's
what
right.
I mean, I would think they might not.
Probably not. This has happened. This has happened around here, but not in a really very long time. You ever go to Bass Pro Shop? It's in Foxborough.
Yeah, no, I haven't. No.
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 Go in sometime.
Oh.
It's huge.
Yeah.
They've got all sorts of outdoor, camping equipment and hunting equipment and fishing equipment. But it's so big that they also sell boats, but there's also a line of clothing in there. as well. So there's all sorts of things in there. But one of the things they have in there is a huge aquarium on different. The whole thing takes up a couple of levels, so you can see the different fish that swim on different levels. But this has happened in Foxborough, and here it is. It's happened again in Alabama, where a man has decided to jump into the pond, into the aquarium where the fish are.
Really?
Yeah. Now the fish in there are not. They won't attack. They'll leave you alone. But have you ever been to Bass Pro Shop there in Foxborough?
No.
Oh, okay. Just say go take a look around. It's nice inside there, and just to go in to see the fish in the big aquarium that they have. It's a lot of fun. But this guy in Alabama, he first of all he crashed his vehicle into a pole outside the Bass Pro Shop, and then he decided to. Either he decided to do this before running into the store, or he ran into the store, stripped naked, and then jumped into the aquarium. Just happened just before 9 p.m., which is just before they close. The suspect, identified as George Owens, was taken into custody, charged with public lewdness, disorderly conduct, second-degree assault, and resisting arrest and reckless endangerment. And I work with a guy on the Autumn Fest committee that's where he works at Bass Pro Shop, and there's a whole procedure they have to go through if someone jumps in or falls into the aquarium, and you got to take all the fish out, put it somewhere else. You got to drain the entire thing.
That's right, to make it safe.
You got to sterilize it all again, put the fish back in, and then put the water back in. That would make more sense. Put the water back in before the fish.
Usually.
Put the fish back in, hoping the fish make it. By the way,
yeah.
And it's quite. I forgot. I can't remember. There's a fine on top of the arrests that they make. Bass Pro Shop will fine whoever the person is that jumped in.
Sure.
To make up the money, and $1,500 is coming to mind, but it's significant.
Oh, I would think it would even be more than that by the time you replace the water and all the work. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, and unfortunately, you two haven't been there. I have. It is very easy to jump in.
Is it?
Extremely easy, or fall in if you're not really paying attention. There is a set of stairs that go near where the pond, where the aquarium is. You'd have to step over the ladder and then take maybe 2 or 3 steps, and then it's right there. There's only one fence that stops you. And it's like a white picket fence. It's really easy to get over if this is your intention.
Yeah.
So it is easy to get into that water if you really wanted to.
Do they have a record? I mean, how often does something like that happen? I'm not saying jump into
Yeah,
naked.
I think according to the person I work with, and he's been there for over 5 years, it's happened once. So it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
I asked, was the guy drunk or something like that, and he said, not that he remembers. He thought, guys will do this, and he did it on a dare.
Oh, okay.
And guys will dare each other to do the stupidest things around.
This is true.
And and
no offense intended,
no,
guys.
but it's true. For $100, go jump in the water.
Okay.
Or a case of beer, or maybe even less. A 6-pack if you jump in the pond, jump into the aquarium.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
but usually it's young people,
Yeah, I don't have an age.
I think they outgrow that, don't they?
Well, yeah.
Some don't, I guess.
I guess how much need you for money? So no, it doesn't. It doesn't say how old this guy was. I wish I knew.
But he crashed his car, so he was probably under some kind.
He could have had a few.
Yeah.
Before heading over to Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
That's difficult to do. Not crashing your car.
No.
If you're trying to crash your car into their front doors, you can't be drunk because there's a lot of maneuvering because of what they have out front. And he obviously didn't see it and hit a pole, or maybe they have a big stone arch out in front too. Maybe that's what he hit as well. Yeah. But then made a beeline for the door and got inside. And
he was on a mission.
I was on a mission to get into the water. So.
Oh.
And I don't know why, because that's not a real good getaway plan.
No.
At all. So I was like, this is we got you now, and we know it's you, and someone's going to take a picture, and then we can use this to give to the police. So
Yeah.
when you go to court,
Yeah.
this is definitely you.
Yeah.
All right. Not a very bright guy. California State Controller Malaya Cohen is speaking out regarding the LA Dodgers. And boy, they are buying they're trying to buy the World Series from all the players that they've signed for so much money. But anyway, they're speaking out the LA Dodgers' $700 million deal with pitcher Shohei Ohtani. The bulk of Ohtani's pay will be deferred at least 10 years to a time when he will likely no longer be subject to California's tax laws. Where someone was giving him good advice. He could return to Japan and escape payment of California income taxes. So the controller, not happy, Cohen said the current tax system allows for these kinds of deferrals primarily to the wealthy, and it creates an imbalance. She's asking Congress to take action to correct the imbalance and move toward a more fair distribution of taxes. It probably won't affect the baseball player, though. By the time they get it up and
Yeah.
going and
Right.
like that,
Yeah.
they won't have time to affect Otani's money. And he will. He'll just go back to Japan and he won't have to pay any taxes to California. Now, Ed's got the know-how.
I do.
Yeah. Would you advise someone to do that?
No,
I'm kidding.
I don't give tax advice.
Oh, that's right. All right. That's right. So never mind. So his tax guy, I'm sure, said, if we do this, you can keep so much more of your money. You don't have to give it up to the state of California. And so when it comes down to it, I don't know if you heard, the $37 million he's going to get, but he's deferring most of it. So he's only going to make $2 million a year.
Poor thing.
Isn't that too bad?
Anyway,
I don't know how he's going to live on it.
Yeah, no, we'll have to help them.
It'll be a GoFundMe page. for him.
GoFundMe. Yeah, let's do a GoFundMe.
Do you remember the pitcher Joe Kelly pitched for the Boston Red
Yeah.
Sox? Well, he's with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if you heard this story. And Shohei Ohtani is signed by the Dodgers to pitch for them. So before he was signed, Joe Kelly said, if you come sign with us, I'm going to give up my jersey number because they wore the same. You can have my number. I'll pick something else. And so he signed with the Dodgers. Kelly gave up his number so Ohtani can have it. I think it's 17. And so to thank the Kelly family, he bought a Porsche and gave it to Joe Kelly's wife. Here you go. Thank you for giving up. Thank your husband for giving up his number to me.
Wow,
That's what you can do when you make $2 million a year
I guess.
or more. So there you go. Nice work if you can get it.
I guess.
All right. We got to run. We're out of time. Thanks for listening in, everyone. It's always appreciated. Ed Carew, thanks for coming in.
Always a pleasure.
All right. And Linda Tebow,
My
thanks for
pleasure,
coming in.
as always.
Keep an eye on the New England Patriots today.
Will do.
See if there's a head coach position that's opening up today.
Yep.
It's the clock is ticking, right?
I guess.
Or in another announcement, maybe they say, hey, we're keeping him around for another year.
I just want to know,
That would-
one way or
make
another.
Make a decision.
Let's do
Is
it.
he going or is he not?
Yeah.
I hope he
yeah.
stays.
I
That's
hope.
just my
yeah,
plan.
well, yeah.
All right, stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do you remember coming up at 9:30 here on ON Radio?
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey traveled to New Hampshire over the weekend on behalf of President Joe Biden. Channel 9 TV up in Manchester reported she attended a gathering of Democrats Saturday ahead of the state's first-in-the-nation primary coming up on January 23rd. Even though Biden is not on the ballot in the Granite State, Healey said the president's accomplishments speak for themselves. U.S. Senator for Massachusetts Elizabeth Warren says she respects Claudine Gay's decision to resign the presidency at Harvard University. Gay stepped down last week over alleged plagiarism and her testimony before a congressional committee regarding campus anti-Semitism at Harvard. In a weekend interview with Channel 5 TV in Boston, Warren claimed conservative activists are to blame and they pressured her to resign. She said universities should